Hi, Rahul. Thanks for joining me here on the Need to Know Comedy Show. How are
Thanks, man.
you?
I'm good. Yeah. Not bad.
Where are
Uh,
you? Where are you spending this lockdown?
I'm in Leicester, so I'm still in lockdown.
Okay, is that where you grew up? Yeah.
Born and raised. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Have you performed at the? I presume you performed at the Leicester Comedy Festival then. Yeah.
Yeah. Did a split show with Patrick Healy. I think you had him last
Ah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Um, this was like my first proper full run at Leicester. So I did loads of spots. It was fun, and then the world ended. So it was nice.
Yeah, yeah,
It was nice while it lasted.
yeah. And like, how have you been coping with it? Have you been writing during the lockdown, or?
Um, I've actually like used it as a break sort of thing. Um, I don't know if when I was Leicester was great, but sometimes before that, I started to think, when you go into towns and then there's two people turning up and it's a rubbish gig,
Yeah.
um, and you just think, oh, it's nice at fighting, um, and then it was nice to sort of like take a break now and then sort of like I'm a bit more excited to go back now.
Yeah.
I think I needed it. Um, yeah, I need a bit of a pause to sort of reset. So I haven't been really writing much. I've been trying to do like sketches sometimes, and then comedy parodies. I've been really into that.
Oh,
I've been writing loads. I only put one up because I'm not a very good singer.
I've seen, I think a couple of sketches on Instagram. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. I whacked a few up. I think that was when we were trying to get funding for comedy, and then everyone was like doing it, and then doing a Instagram post saying um, let's get some funding from the government because they're leaving us out of the arts fund.
Right.
So I just thought I'd do a sketch to sort of try and make it a bit more fun and a bit more appealing for people to actually
Yeah.
do it.
And
Yeah.
so, do you grew up and went to school in Leicester? Yeah.
Yeah, born and raised. Yeah.
And like, were you like into performing at school, like drama or
No,
anything?
no, I wasn't. I think I really liked it. I wish I did. I don't know. I think we all say we wish we started earlier.
Mm,
Um, but I wasn't. I was classed as a nerd. I still am in many ways.
mm.
Um, so like everyone just thought I was like book smart. Um, and so I basically like pursued like sciences. That's what I did in my degree.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So in terms of like creative arts, I didn't do much at school. I wish I did now. And I wish I got involved in like drama and maybe music, but um especially now, like we all have our like dream comedy careers like panned out. So I want to do a Netflix special and then like do some acting. But might have helped if I had some background in drama.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I mean, you just learn from experience, really. With as far as I'm concerned, with drama and even making your own sketches. I mean, I've just learned by using iMovie and editing myself, and just learn as you go. I think you know. And did you go to college then after school?
Yeah, for 2 years. So that was like in the centre of Leicester. Um yeah, no, that wasn't a good time to be honest. I didn't enjoy it. Um
What did you study?
maybe I studied biology, chemistry, maths. Yeah. I think like in a way because I didn't really have a great time in college. not because I thought I liked the subject I was studying. It was more like the environment, and so I was like so dead set on like leaving Leicester. And so when I did, I went to London, and I don't think I would have done stand up if I went in London. So um, in many ways, that was like the beginning in a way,
Mm.
to try and look at it like that.
So, well, did you leave? Did you go to London to just to get away from the environment in college?
Oh yeah, no. So like college here is like 16 to 18 years old. So
Oh, okay.
and then we go to university college, and then so I went to London to
Oh,
do that.
what I meant was university then
Yeah,
yeah. Sorry.
yeah. So then I went to university college after, um, in London, UCL. So that was a lot of fun. And I don't think I would have started comedy had I not been there,
Yeah.
which
And
was
so
good.
was like comedy something you were interested in though before when you were like
Yeah, big time. I used to watch it all the time. I used to watch it on the TV. I don't think it's very good watching like Frankie Boy when you're like 10. But yeah, I used to watch Mock the Week all the time. I used to watch stand up. The first ever stand up I watched was Russell Peters on YouTube when I was like 10.
yeah.
And I loved it. It just like resonated with me. But like then obviously I'm not thinking, yeah, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
I didn't do it until like 10 years after, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
In that moment.
But like, how did you got that in your mind for a good few years? I would like to do stand up and like,
Um, so it's a different like so it's accumulation of like different reasons why I did it. So first of all, because I loved it. I used to go. So I started in second year of university, and during the summer, sometimes like my friends like were in town, so I was quite bored. And what I used to do was I used to go to Top Secret Comedy Club in Covent Garden by
mm,
myself, because it was like cheap, or it was like £1 or free for students.
mm,
So I used to go, and then sort of like made a night out of it for myself. And then I just kept thinking, I'm so into this. It's such a big part of my life. And I think it was there when I said I'm going to try and do it. But I used to watch it like when I was sad to cheer me up. I used to watch it when I was happy to celebrate. Um, so it was always a constant factor in my life, I thought.
mm,
And now it's got even bigger. And also, I was quite a shy kid, so like building my confidence up um, over the years, and then to get to a point where I can go on stage now and like try and make people laugh. And if it doesn't work out, then I'm not too bothered.
yeah. So can you
Yeah,
remember the first time you decided I'm going to do it and then actually going on stage? Obviously, you remember that.
yeah, I remember I was in Top Secret Comedy Club, and I said I'm going to do it. This was like July 2017, and then I did it in October 2017. Um, yeah, so I did it in UCL's student union. So like Patrick that was one of his first gigs too.
Mm-hmm.
So we were all starting out together. Um, yeah, that didn't go well. It
Yeah.
actually put me like after that I didn't do it for like a month, and then it was very steady, in and out until eventually like I started doing it properly.
Right. And so how long does it take you to get like your first like proper 10-minute set?
I don't know if I even got a proper 10 minute set right now. um, I think I don't know. You just chop and change it. To be honest, like I've been booked to do a gig on 17th of August, and it's a 10 minute, and I'm just like I can't remember my own. I don't know how I'm going to do 10 minutes.
Yeah.
um, so I think I don't know. You just chop and change.
Mm.
Um, you, I think I think comedy and your flavor of comedy changes, especially like doing it all the time. So things you found funny 2 years ago, you might not find funny now.
Yeah, I think it takes a while to find your voice on stage as well. I mean, sometimes some people seem to get it quickly, and for me, it took a few years for me. And the weird thing about it is when you start out, like getting 10 minutes is a big deal, and then someone says you need to get 20 minutes together, and you're going, that's doubling my act that I have at the moment. It's huge.
Yeah, like I saw a gig advert, and it was like quite nice for me because I knew someone who's from Leicester who was doing a gig. So I could have like hopped in the car, but he didn't specify how long. But he said a middle spot, so I was guessing it was 20. And I was just thinking, could I push myself and do 20? But like I hadn't performed for that much money before, so just like leave it, because if I don't do well, then they'll never book me again. Do it next time.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, yeah. I mean, it's tough. I think the hard thing about starting out is you're probably doing the tougher venues. Do you know what I mean? Like you're doing smaller venues with smaller audiences, and sometimes they're not interested. It's actually harder than doing a gig where people have come to see you and they appreciate you.
Yeah, I think I think I've heard that from other comics. I can't remember. I think Sarah Millican said um like her tour shows and stuff, or like I don't know, when she's in arenas or whatever. It's the easiest gigs because like they've booked it like 6 months in advance. They're going out for a meal before. They're making a night of it, and they already paid tickets. So even if they don't intrinsically like the show, they're so invested in it that they sort of have to like it.
Yeah.
And they can force themselves to like it. So in that sense, it is easier. But I heard like some comics said to me that club gigs were like easier. I haven't done many clubs as of yet. But I remember going into like this club style vibe, and it was packed. It was a midnight show. It was Leicester Comedy Festival 2018. And the lineup was really good, and I only got on because my friend runs it. And I was meant to do 10, and I did 7, and then they weren't liking me, so I just got off. But then I came back the next year to do the same thing, and it went better. So
Yeah.
Improvement.
You know what? A shorter run is better than going over time. I always going over time is quite a bad thing to do if you're starting out. I don't think you get rebooked again if you start going over time. So
Yeah, I did the first gig I did with Patrick, and you'll tell you I was meant to do 5 and 15 because I couldn't tell the time.
Yeah.
It was awful. I went on like, oh, was that 5? Yeah, plenty 5. 3 5.
So when you're doing gigs now, do you have a set that you stick to, or do you ad lib and try and just play with the audience?
I think as a sort of like safety thing, I do kind of like have like a few jokes that seem to work most of the time. So I try and stick to them, and then if I want to add things, I add it based on that. I think that's a nice sort of recipe for when you're starting out like me. Going forward, I think that I know I need to do more crowd work. I need to do more room work to sort of enhance myself as a comic, become the full package, because I'm definitely not there yet. But yeah, for now, I'm just trying to focus on getting good, getting stronger at writing. So that's the bread and butter, and then I think hopefully everything else will come come afterwards naturally.
Yeah, I think stage time is the most important thing. Just getting tons of stage time, and do you know what I mean? Because you learn on stage. You learn on stage. You're not gonna learn by just sitting around writing. I don't think.
No, that is true. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So like delivery, that's really important. Um, yeah, stage time. Um, it's really important. I travel far to get stage time.
Mm.
But I don't know. I had so when I was in London, we did all these open mics, and sometimes it was just a bit. Um, it was the same thing all the time. You have to bring the system, so you're playing in front of comedians all the time. So you have to,
Mm.
if you go to a gig, you have to bring a friend, and normally they're comic, because you run out of your true friends quickly. And then yeah, so you do the same gig over and over again, and it just gets a bit demoralizing.
Mm.
Um, I mean, it does get you comfortable on stage.
Mm.
So I think it's more like how you use it. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Different.
And so, who were your influences when you were growing up? Uh, who would your influences be in comedy?
Russell Peters, definitely.
Mm.
Canadian Indian comic. So I talk a lot about being Indian on stage,
Yeah.
because I think that he resonated a lot with me when he started doing it. And he was quite like big. I mean, his YouTube show has been like got so many millions of views.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a big deal for me. Um, I used to watch Mock the Week, like I said, all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So all of them on there really had a big influence on me. Trying to think, Paul Chowdhury, but
Paul Chowdhury.
Yeah, him too.
Yeah.
Same reasons really as Russell Peters. Just resonated a lot with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mainly like Live with the Apollo and Mock the Week comics.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to watch them all the time.
And so, is that how you would perform? Would you talk about your Indian background as well as part of your act?
Yeah. Because I think you should talk about whatever is important to you, whatever you think about all the time. And so like it is important for I live with my parents right now, so they're Indian, and you can like it's an everyday thing. It's your culture, it's your skin tone. It's all around you, so yeah, you do think about it all the time. Sometimes I get the criticism of, oh, another Indian comic talking about being Indian. It's just like, what do you want me to do? Talk about being white? You do what you're qualified to do.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, a lot. If you're Irish, you're Irish.
Yeah. Exactly.
You may not be talking about being Irish all the time, but it still influences everything, every subject matter that you talk about.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Also, especially because Leicester is very multicultural, and I grew up in an area where predominantly it's Indian people. So it's literally all around me. So like if I'm thinking about it all the time, of course I'm gonna like talk about it. Yeah, I mean I'm not gonna start talking about the weather or anything. It's not that kind of comedy.
Yeah, and how do your family feel about you doing comedy?
It's a mixed bag, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes they don't get it. They don't get it. Like why sometimes I travel far to do gigs in front of few people. but at the same time, they are very supportive. Um,
Mm.
I think they don't understand like how it makes me, uh, it, how it makes me feel like doing it on stage. Because like I don't know, you do feel like it's a part of you, and you've been doing it for a bit now, and
Mm.
you know, I've made lots of lifelong friends out of it.
Mm.
I love being on stage. It's like it's like a sport for me. It's like so
Mm.
being that invested in it, having that emotional attachment. Um, that's why like I even thought about like stopping during lockdown, but I can't because I'm just addicted.
Mm.
um, yeah, I can't stop. So I don't think they get that, but I think they are quite supportive.
Mm.
Um, as much as they can be. They came to my Leicester show. Uh,
Yeah.
they try and show me off. If I do get on Netflix, they'll be the first one to say, "Totally, we told you."
Yeah, yeah. And do you get very nervous now before you go up on stage?
I wasn't, but like doing the gig now, 17th of August, I've got one.
Mm.
I think I might be. um,
Right, yeah, because it's been such a long break. I know that's really weird. Like I think this is the longest break ever from doing stand up.
yeah. I well like joined the Leicester Festival because like it was literally like my backyard, and
Mm.
um sometimes I did like 4 times a day, and it was nice. It was like a crappy Edinburgh because there'll be like 4 rooms. I didn't know Leicester had this many people. It's great. Um, and then yeah, I was on like a hot streak. I was just smashing, yeah, just smashing. Yeah. When you're feeling like that, there's no nerves. In fact, like um, sometimes the organizer Chris O'Neill, you might know him,
Hmm.
Irish Irish fellow,
Yeah, yeah, no.
based in Dublin, and we was doing a show. Was it Jeff's Comedy Tapas? That's it. Jeff's
Yeah.
other show, and he likes to randomly tell you when you're gonna go on, and I'm like there, and I was just feeling so good that I was just like, get me on, get me on, get me on.
Yeah.
Um, do you know what I mean? Like in football, if there's a player who's on the bench, but like he's in good form, you just get me on, get me on.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? I mean, like a lot of people who do stand up are kind of shy, I think, off stage. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, yeah. I think we are all deprived of attention, so try and get it in this method.
Yeah, and you end up doing something that most people would find terrifying. You know.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. If terror, I think at the beginning it's terrifying, and like novelty wears off, and um,
Mm.
you just think it's a bit. I don't think it's terrifying. Sometimes I think it's just, am I sad? Like I'm talking to strangers, trying to get their approval.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, I still love it. So,
No, I know it's an odd thing to do, but it's a great thing to do. Yeah. And have you done Edinburgh Festival yourself?
yeah, I've been there twice, 2018, 2019.
Mm.
I didn't do a show per se. I did like compilation show with my university, so Patrick was in it. Um, and then yeah, just I mean, I really drove there just to be part of it, see loads of shows,
Mm.
meet loads of people, have fun.
Mm.
I'm really missing it. This time last year, I was on my way up. Um,
Mm.
I was going by coach, so yeah, I would have left about now. But
Yeah.
I'm really missing it because it's well, the last few years I haven't really been on a holiday, so that's for my holiday.
That's your holiday, yeah.
Yeah, that's my holiday. That's what I need. It's just like my mates there, comedy, having fun, drinking,
Yeah.
all good fun. It's a perfect holiday, and it's a month long.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. it's a really exciting time actually when you're starting out in comedy and everybody's doing the same clubs and stuff, and then it kind of gets a bit weird because some people start getting bigger, and then they're going off doing gigs all around the country, and you don't get to see them as much as you used to when you were starting out. So yeah, it reminds me of that time when you start out and you're all doing the same clubs. It's pretty exciting. And is that like stand up is your first love then, more so than doing sketch comedy or doing characters? Because you have done some characters on your Instagram, I see.
Oh yeah, for the sketches I did like I was just like trying to be like someone being interviewed and interviewers and stuff. Yeah, I get into character for sketch. I haven't really done a character like on stage or for stand up.
Mm-hmm.
I think they can be really funny. I just haven't like thought of that. Maybe I will. I don't know.
Yeah, but even on TV, would you like to do something like a sketch show?
Yeah, I'll be into it. I need to do more. Um, I think it's a bit like I was talking to my friend about this, and it's just like it is fun doing it. I think it'd be more fun if I went in lockdown and like doing it with my friends. That would be more fun. Because right now it's just me and like my tripod doing it by myself, and then you put it together, and that's fine. It takes a bit of time. That one I did quite quickly, and that took like 4 hours. On the Instagram one for like what was it like 2 minutes footage.
Yeah.
And then you get like 100 views, and all your mates just what was the point? So I don't know. I think it's like if you get a reward out of it depends what you define as your reward. If your reward is like your satisfaction of doing it, I think that's great. I think I'd have a lot more fun if I was like doing it with friends.
Yeah.
If I was getting loads of views, then I'll definitely do it all the time.
Right.
Yeah, I think like I keep saying I want to do more TikTok stuff.
Oh yeah.
I think it's like it's good. To be fair, like it's getting a bit too crowded now, but it's a good market. Yeah, like I just haven't been able to like motivate myself to do it yet.
Yeah, right. I think the great thing about TikTok is that you have to keep within 1 minute. That's kind of a bit of a challenge.
Yeah. I know. I just like. I think it's crying out for creativity because you just see the same people following the same trends.
Oh, there's an awful lot of shit on TikTok. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then you just come on, and then you see someone who's a really really good comedian, and he doesn't get the views they deserve, for example.
Oh yeah. I mean, a lot of it is just people dancing in their kitchen.
Yeah, just any Tom, Dick, and Harry can do that.
Yeah. Well, it's still a good format, I think. A bit like Vine, I suppose. Yeah. So it was Patrick Healy who recommended you because as part of this Need to Know comedy show, we ask every comedian to recommend somebody that perhaps most people haven't heard of, but that you find very funny or that you admire or you recommend as someone who's going to make it. And so I'm going to ask you, Rahul, who would you like to recommend?
Can I pick a few?
Oh, you can pick a few. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Cool. I put Mamoon Eladab.
Yeah.
He's a very, very good comic. He does loads of sketches on Instagram at the moment. That's who I was talking to about it. Very, very funny. Sometimes quite edgy, so it's really, really nice way of thinking about stuff, especially like right now. A lot of the stuff that's happening in terms of coronavirus and Black Lives Matter he talks about. It's quite current. That's good. Finlay Christie. Sorry?
So what's his name again? Sorry.
Mamoon Eladab. I think Patrick might have. We're all good friends, so Patrick might have put him down.
Okay, Mamoon Eladab. Okay.
Finlay Christie. he's having a great. Well, he had a great Edinburgh. Feel sorry for him because he won a competition and then like coronavirus sort of stopped his momentum a little bit. But I'm sure he'll be back. That he was great. He was brilliant every time I'd see new material and it's just like, yeah, it's fantastic. I feel jealous, but very very good comic, very funny, very relatable stuff. And then I put one more, Alex Hilton. He's my friend that left the comedy festival. I think he's just starting to get the recognition he deserves. He won best show at Leicester Comedy Festival. And he's been doing it for a while now, but like, yeah, just right now people are starting to take notice of him, so I'm happy about that. And I think yeah, he'll definitely go far. I don't really have worries about him, but he's a really nice chap. I wanted good eggs out of there. Yeah,
that's brilliant. Yeah, thanks for that, and we'll try and get them on this Need to Know comedy show as well. And it's good to see that you're all kind of mates and you're all backing each other up as well. So
yeah. Honestly, the thing I miss most about Edinburgh is like after everyone's done their shows, having a few drinks in the bar.
yeah,
That's what I miss. I just want that. All my mates, all around, just sharing stories about the gigs and stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna miss that a lot. That's what I'm telling everyone. Just go back next year. Like, some people are saying they don't want to do the Fringe, but I selfishly want them to. I want them to be there.
Yeah. Ah, it's shit, isn't it? It's shit, this fucking lockdown. Yeah. But you're back. You're doing a gig on the 17th of August. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Leicester, Black Horse, and then if you want to come, you can. I don't know what it's going to be like. I have no idea. I think it's an outdoor one.
Oh, right. That's why it's possible to have the gig, because it's outdoors.
Yeah, so like, yeah, it's probably gonna be pissing with rain that day.
Don't be such an optimist, Rahul.
Yeah, I mean, apart from that, I don't know if I'll have. I did one in March, and I thought that was gonna be my last ever gig. After the pandemic, so I'm happy to go back out there.
Have you done any stand-up gigs online?
No, I've tried to stay away from that. Yeah, it doesn't like. I've watched a few. I think watching it just, I don't.
Yeah.
It's not the same. It doesn't feel the same. You need an audience. Like you need an audience.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. You need that feedback, don't you?
That is basically like, that's the foundation of stand-up. You need the reason why people think it's scary is because going up in front of so many people. So you need that, or then you're just a man talking to his computer.
I know. It's weird, yeah. Because you have this tendency. Well, I do anyway. You remember where the laughs were meant to be, so you kind of pause.
Yeah. Oh my God, it felt awkward. People pause.
Yeah. And there's nothing there. So yeah.
Yeah, and then you see the chat room, and then people are like, saying, "Oh, you're shit, you're shit." They wouldn't say that if it was live, but like, behind the keyboard, everyone's got a voice, and that's what I just don't like. I think when people go up there, there's a sense of respect that, oh, they're doing this, even if they're not particularly good. People respect that they're able to go up there, and then talk about whatever they want to talk about, try and make us laugh. But here, like, people don't have that respect.
Yeah, well, because they can't be put down. You can't be put down when you're just on a chat room. So that's not fair. But listen, it's been great chatting to you, Rahul, and I hope that gig goes well on the 17th of August.
Yeah, I hope so too.
And I hope we're back doing live gigs as soon as possible, hopefully before Christmas. Hopefully,
Yeah,
there's a vaccine and we can all get back.
hopefully, yeah. Hopefully next year there'll be another Fringe. Leicester, I think Leicester's gonna be a bit different this year. Well, 2021. But yeah, I'm crying out for it to be back to normal.
Yeah, it must be even worse when you're starting out and you're just dying to do gigs. Oh well. Okay, well, hopefully you'll be back soon. And thanks a lot for chatting to me, Rahul. Thanks for coming on the show and for those recommendations. And hopefully I'll see you soon. Okay?
No, thanks for having me. Stay in touch.
Yeah, will do. Okay, Rahul. Bye.
Cool. I'll see ya.